All right, welcome, THL, to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm Saku, and we have a lovely host for the Thursday Throwdown. My partner in crime, Ron Mexico. How you doing, Ron? Playoffs. Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of funny to see the teammates in pro, but going up against each other in a playoff format in Hero. So it's pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So quickly, I guess we can figure out. Well, actually, I wanted to get your opinion on what you think the bans are going to be between these two players. They played each other last week, and I can't remember what the bans were. So let me see back here. Yep. So Turtle. Yep. 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 So now, what do you think is the ban for both players right now? Mm-hmm. Well, I got both bans, and both bans are Paladin. So we got Turtle bringing Druid, Rogue, and Warrior, with Avi bringing Druid, Mage, and Shaman. So they are ready to go if we're ready to go. Quicken. Yeah. Yep. All right. Just let them know that they can start going here. On bottom, and for us to spectate is Avi, so he'll be at the bottom of the screen with Turtle being at the top. All right, now I gotta find. All right. Waiting for some eyeballs to pop up on our screen. Maybe. Kinda. Sorta. That's right. Visualizing the win. Visualizing the... Looking for the... I'm also kind of surprised that Warlock is not brought more often, or at least between these two players, because it's usually an aggressive deck anyway, right?
I must protect the wild.
Druid. Ooh. Druid v. Druid. Dreaming Drake. We don't really see... I've never seen that card before, but... Banned them. Banned them all. I don't mind playing against Druid or with Druid. One of my favorite decks actually was Taunt Druid once upon a time. So, with the big Taunt Druid. And we got how much to face? Yep. Yep. Snapping that right now. Slap it and then go. Nope.
What shall we hunt?
Yeah, that's what I'm enjoying. Love seeing players of this caliber just rip it. Can you hear me okay? Okay. It's too bad our viewers didn't hear you.
Oh,
the mute button 7 minutes ago. Sorry, gang.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Hi, Ron.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the stream, dude.
All right, nice. I mean, in fairness, the game is going so fast paced that there isn't a whole lot that you needed from your casters just yet. Avi did the thing on turn 1. Turtle ramped, tried to deal with it. Avi kept flooding board. Here we are.
Yep. If you haven't caught up, you done caught up now.
All right, gets the Glowfly Flood. I mean, he's got to clear this 4-1 is the debate whether or not he wants to bees or swipe. Okay, he's going with the swipe. I like this here from Avi. Just gets very overloaded heading into this next turn, but keeps the biggest board possible. Turtle has no choice but to just rip
roll
his
that
Guardian
8.
Animals again.
Ooh.
Gets another cleave. Gets a Moonfang.
So what was the running
Nature
joke
Studies
again?
will go ahead and pick up a little bit of heal too.
Yeah. What was the running joke with Embiggen and what was it?
Oh yeah. If you play Embiggen, then you make your minions in your deck cost 1 more.
Yep.
So because of Guardian Animals, you want to run beasts that cost 5, exactly 5, so
Yep.
that you get the best value. But if you play Embiggen, then you make them cost 6, and then Guardian Animals summons nothing, which is pretty hilarious.
Yep.
All right, so Avi's starting to run out of gas here. It's looking like Turtle is stabilizing here in this game, and this is going to spell some bad news for Avi here.
Yeah, with that Thresher that's still hanging on the board, it's hard to keep a board on there. So.
And now Turtle also has the lifesteal as well. This is looking pretty rough for Avi right now. He can go ahead and clear up the cleaver. He can still get a bit more of a flood with the bees. Or actually, I guess with the double solar, or the double cast of the bees. When you kill the minion with the first one, the second one doesn't even cast. Yeah, Avi's just getting out of that game. And there it is. Turtle flips things around. And it is a game 1 victory for Turtle. He goes up 1-0. His Druid will stay up, this being Hero Series. And obviously his Druid is eliminated. Avi is now down to a Mage and a Shaman. Turtle still has the Druid that will be queued next with Rogue and Warrior in his back pocket.
Yeah, so we'll see what's... Oh, it's going to be Mage this turn around.
You asked for it.
All right, and that's a secret mage.
Yeah, it's starting to gain popularity, at least that I've seen on HSR there.
It appears Avi was prepared for a token druid, but is not facing a token druid. I don't know if mage is all that good against a guardian druid here.
Yeah, I guess the interrupts would be what? Just they're just counterspell. If they're trying to ramp too quick, then counterspell will end up disrupting it slightly.
I like the Netherwind first from Avi here, knowing that it's not too likely to see an impactful spell come down on this turn. Would maybe like to see counterspell get played now, but Avi wants the card draw. So going rigged fair game says if you go ahead and overgrowth, you're probably triggering my rigged fair game. And Turtle had the test for the counterspell as well in the Innervate. Hand full of cards for Avi here. Kind of a low roll on the Netherwind portal, but not too bad. You still got 4 attack. Just going with a mirror entity now. Maybe assuming that's the most likely to not get triggered out of that spell and counterspell, so that he can get a bigger board with Conjurer. Turtle is all about the ramp, though. Man.
Yeah, he's focused totally on ramp. I just seen the cards just keep flashing. So
Avi's turn 5 is coming up, and Turtle is going to be at 10 mana.
That is
key
crazy.
Druid things.
Yep.
All right, so Avi, Mouse in the Cloud Prince. It is slightly more mana efficient right now, but very much prioritizing the face damage over a larger board in Conjurer. Makes sense given that Turtle just ramped and could just Guardian Animals and clear up a board of Occult Conjurers.
Hopefully he gets a Thresher. It does. Wow.
And once again, goodbye board.
Hello board, goodbye board. You get
this Guardian Animals Druid doing work right now.
You're not ready for this.
Job done.
Avi's got the counter spell up finally here.
Yeah.
And
Pew.
Turtle still, just every turn, Turtle has had a cheap spell that he's been able to just dodge counterspell stuff with. And massive turn for Turtle here, getting that Breath of Dreams to trigger the counterspell and then the overflow down. The heal really doesn't matter at all on Avi's side, and gets to also develop a little bit with the taunt. Things are looking good for Turtle. Out comes counterspell number 2, a couple of 4/4s. I gotta say, this looks pretty rough for Avi though. And look at that, once again, Turtle playing cheap spell to test the counterspell every single turn. He's had exactly what he wants to see.
That
Gets some
Thresher
card draw, gets a board clear, gets to push 9 damage, gets to
Gets a
jam
big,
down
strong
a 0
man.
mana 6/6 taunt. Everything just going Turtle's way right now.
So we got
And
20.
I think we are probably going to see a concede from Avi pretty
Yeah,
soon.
with 24 on board and nothing else to do with it. Yeah.
There it is.
Night.
Very, very quick 2-0 lead from Turtle. All he's doing is ramping and getting big stuff out. And Avi down to his final class here. That happened so fast. All right, we'll see what the Shaman can do against this Druid.
The Mage took heat. So I think Avi's going to bring out the Shaman next time. That's a big brain thought right here. So
Yeah.
don't be surprised.
Players playing super fast,
Yeah.
and now with literally no decisions to be made on either side for what class to play,
Yep.
we're waiting for them to queue up. Here we go. They're getting into the match. Shaman versus Druid. We'll see if Turtle can complete his revenge on, obviously, for ending his undefeated season. And
All right.
yeah, this is the aggressive Shaman. Might have been a tip-off that Avi's been bringing this quite a bit in Pro Series.
Yep.
I would expect this is the Shaman that Jombre has made fairly popular recently. Aggressive, focused, running Doomhammer, and, you know, burst damage. Get him. All right, Turtle, nothing to do in the early turns. Pressure on, although kind of amazed. Every single game, Turtle is just
It's just
spiking
full of
the
ramp. Yep. I was just going to say.
Avi, though, he is playing a turn 2, deal 5 to your face, get a 5/5 on board. That looks quite strong.
Yeah, with 9 damage to face right now.
Fully overloaded, can't do anything with the mana, just got to jam these minions' face. And Turtle's life total looking dangerous. Oh,
But...
wow. What a pickup, though, for Turtle.
Oh, God. I can't
Just
even...
Lightning Bloom right off the top. Was 1 mana off the Guardian Animals? Well, not anymore. Why don't we just go ahead and play Guardian Animals, draw some cards. Oh, looked like he was...
Yeah.
That was
just...
how he wanted to do that. Playing really quickly, but yeah, the important part is you get to jam down 2 6/6 taunts and a 3/5 taunt, and draw cards, and remove your opponent's board, and have Cleave minions stick around.
So 19 on the board right now for Turtle.
Yeah, I think this game's over too.
Man, that is
Guardian
so
Animals Druid
crazy.
doing pretty good. I just don't see any way Avi comes back. His deck is the one that's supposed to be applying the pressure, not the other way around.
And it did right up until...
Yeah, right up until it didn't.
Yeah. Wah. That's the dangers of going through...
I mean, Torrent and Lava Burst could actually clear up the 6/6s and leave 8 damage behind on the board. I don't know if Instructor Fireheart even really helps all that much.
Lightning Bolt? I guess. No. So that's
Maybe he's
8.
just saying he has to save that burst for face damage. If Turtle wins, if Turtle heals, there's like no way that Avi can win, but possibly he could get over the top with burn. Would be the reasoning for the Fireheart play there. He's just in such a bad spot though.
Moonfire. Or, okay, just keep drawing. Can't get any higher than 1, can you? Or 2. There it is. There's the beacon.
And yeah, he draws that card 1 turn before he's got the mana to buff everything and just completely close out this game. But this one is so over. Yeah, both players kind of know it. Turtle acknowledging it with the well played here.
We'll see if Avi does Lava Burst to his face.
Avi needs to find 15 damage somehow, starting with this Sludge Slurper.
Got 2. 1.
He could do 10. He's got to throw all 10 of it at Turtle's face. I guess the last thing we're in suspense is, does Avi concede or just let Turtle hit him in the face for the win? Does Turtle play the survival before he kills Avi? Okay. There it is. A quick 3-0.
You want Druid? You like Druid? There's Druid. Wow. That was quite the spin. Not the results Avi was looking for, obviously, but yeah, Turtle not being slow, putting the juice on, getting things done. And I don't know if we lost Ron or lost myself.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Issues lately.
Discord's being funny, you know.
Do you want to see if we can get Turtle in for an interview?
Yeah, we'll do that. Just give me a sec here. Where's Turtle at? Well, feels like my first night op and I don't know what I'm doing. That's bad. Turtle.
Well, this is a huge win for Tonk if you are corny. They only put up 5 total points against the Gunganasamhung in their final week of the regular season heading into the playoffs. And they turn around here and have an 8-2 lead. And they are a win away, basically, from just taking the entire series. Hey, Turtle, welcome.
Turtle, what's up, buddy?
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So, ramp Druid go burr?
Yeah, I guess Guardian Druid turns out when you draw like Breath of Dreams into Overgrowth into Guardian Animals every single game, it's very hard to lose.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. We were sitting here watching, and like even Avi had like maybe a few chances to possibly counter some of the things that you were doing. Every time he either had a counter spell or a chance to counter spell something, you just had something cheap
Yeah,
to
I
go
just had
right
some
along.
like or whatever.
And then there was like one turn, I think in the final game, where it was like, well, I mean, Avi could possibly have a chance here because he can't
When
even
he started
play
throwing
Guardian
spells in
Animals.
my face at the
Oh,
end, I got scared.
you just top decked the Overgrowth right on 7 mana
Yeah, I
with
drew the
Guardian
Lightning
Animals in
Bloom to
hand.
be able to play Guardian.
Or that's what it was, Lightning Bloom, my bad.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, it was incredible to watch.
Yeah, just perfect draws on my end. Like, there was nothing more Avi could have done getting drawn like that. Like, I kind of feel bad. Just every single card off the top was just perfect for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was definitely well played on your part. It looked pretty scary from you in game 1, Druid versus Druid.
Oh, yeah.
Avi did the nutty high roll
Gibberling
thing on
stuff.
his end with Gibberling, just flooding the board early, and you had just enough to go ramp into start clearing stuff and then stabilize. The other 2 games kind of felt like Avi didn't have a chance, but that first one
Yeah, that
definitely
first
looked
one,
like
like I had to draw
you were in
Guardian
trouble.
Animals into Guardian Animals off the top to win, and I guess I drew that.
Yeah. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on the state of the playoff matchup now. This was a team that really kind of beat up on you guys heading into playoffs. I guess you could say you were taking a little bit of a break since you already had playoffs locked up. You had first in your conference locked up as long as you got like 2 points total. You only got 5.
Yeah, we were
But
like really close to not actually clinching first in our conference.
yeah, but now you're up 8-2,
Yep.
and if Justin, Nine Eyebrows, or Skirt Reynolds, basically, if any of them win, I think it all but just locks you in to advance to the next
Yeah,
round. So,
and I
how does
think
it feel?
Justin and Skirt are playing right now, so we'll have that.
Oh wow. Okay.
We'll
Oh,
have the
exciting!
results of that in a little bit. It
Nice.
feels nice. This was definitely the team I was worried most about trying to beat because just they have some insane players.
Yeah, I mean that and the combination of losing to that team 20
Yeah,
to
we
5 the
just
week
lost that
before.
matchup on them. Like I played Avi last Sunday and I was up 2-0, and then he just swept me with Druid, with Gibberling Druid. So it was nice to be able to sweep Avi back with Druid this week.
Yep.
Trade for
You know,
trade. Yep.
Well, I mean, the games went super quick. There
Yeah,
seemed
I
to be
think
a
that
lot
was
of
the
high rolling
fastest series of
elements.
THL I've ever played.
That was super fast. I think it was only matched by Avi 3-0ing 3-0ing Nice Jewish Owl in pro like last week. They played on stream and they did that in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was.
Yeah. Lately, Avi's games are just like hyper quick, but what can you do?
Yeah, like every single game I've played against Avi, he's just been like insane on either like high rolls or RNG. Like
He,
there's
he's getting
something
ready
with
for
him.
Nas mode, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe both of you are.
I'm so excited to just jam Nas in every single one of my decks and hoping that someone else does as well.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
that's what the.
Get some players of quality up here in Hearthstone.
That's right. So everybody's gonna jam Nas, and then it's just gonna turn into a 15-second stream.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess despite like how quickly the games went and the high early elements, is there anything in particular that jumped out to you that you wanted to talk about specifically, or in lieu of that, just like some shout outs you want to give?
Just one thing, like I think the biggest decision I made was on like right after I had overgrowthed in game one. It took me so long to figure out if I wanted to like bloom out my dragon or whatever. And I think if I didn't do that, I lost that game.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But that's it.
Understandable. I think you can live with that, and 3-0, of course. So
Yeah,
you're welcome
nice. Back
to
to
go back,
sweeping.
celebrate with your team. Best of luck to you the rest of the way. It definitely looks like Tonka Fury is likely to advance at this point. We can't say for sure just yet, but you certainly did all you could and then some to get them to advance.
Mhm. Thanks for having me on the stream, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being on stream and playing with lights out, dude. Congrats.
Yeah. Yeah. Congrats again. Thanks for joining us.
See you guys later.
Take care, buddy. Wow, my head's still spinning.
Right? Well, I mean, Matty Ebbs did kind of want to play earlier, right?
He kind of did, and they're kind of ready. So they're just getting bands together. So we get time to get your opinion on which band you think is going to happen, and I think Paladin is going to be the same dual Paladin. That's my opinion for both decks. What about yourself? What do you say?
Let's see. We've got this next match, of course, coming up is between Advanced Tactical Lackeys and Dab on 'em. It's Matty Ebbs versus Buse. We've got no games played so far, so this will kick off the series between these two. And Druid Paladin Rogue Warlock for Matty, Demon Hunter Paladin Rogue Warrior for Buse. When I see Warrior, I usually just want to get Warrior out of there. I'd say it'd be pretty reasonable on Matty's side to go ban Warrior. I wouldn't hate a Paladin ban either. The lineup seems to be reasonably well positioned to deal with some rogue stuff from Matty's end, but I mean, Vuse has a whole lot of things that are dangerous.
Yep.
So that in in a series like this, there's so many decks now that can just completely stop you. Like even things that you don't even expect or see coming, like Guardian Animals Druid just takes a super fast 3-0.
What are you talking about? That's never happened on stream, ever.
Right? Ever. But I would expect Maddie, probably bans Warrior. On Buse's side, with the ban, I see two things that scare me the most in classes, and that'd be Rogue and Paladin.
Right.
Although, maybe we just Druid ban. I don't know if he's heard anything about what just happened, and he's like, you know what, get Druid out of here. I don't want to deal with that. But I would guess, the most troubling thing, possibly Paladin, just because of the presence of Demon Hunter, and it depends on the type of Demon Hunter that Buse has brought. But I'd lean definitely towards those two middle ones for Buse.
The middle one. Indeed.
The middle one. I banned the middle one.
So that's 2.5 is what we're banning right now.
Is Buse online?
Buse is online. I got them chit-chatting in a group right now, so...
Do I need to re-add Buse? Did I accidentally remove Buse? Oh, God.
Oh, don't say that on stream, dude.
I'm a bad friend.
We were good friends until I removed him.
Or I just never had him as a friend.
Oh,
that actually happened. Oh, we were teammates like all season long. yeah, I totally prep with my teammates.
That's why prep is for rogues and not pilots.
True.
But yeah, we're just waiting for those guys to... Maddie needed a couple minutes. I just see the bans creeping in right now. So Buse is banning Paladin. And I'm waiting for Maddie Ebbs. Drum roll. So Maddie Ebbs' Paladin is banned. That is confirmed. And we have Rogue banned for Buse.
Okay.
So
Maddie bans the Rogue, Buse bans the Paladin.
Correct. All right. So for our viewers, we have Buse. It's going to be on the bottom of your screen. First to spectate for myself and Ron Mexico. And we're going to have Maddie Ebbs at the top of the screen. So.
All right. So these players will be getting underway shortly as we kick off ATL versus Dab on them in their first matchup. It's Orange versus Teal.
Just told the players they could start, so we'll just keep an eyeball on.
They're going to be hard pressed to match the speed of the last match, though.
Yeah. The speed is crazy, so there's no priest in sight, so that is also a plus for us. No res priest to keep resurrecting.
I feel like somebody just gave the players nitro boost poison in our first match. They didn't play nitro boost poison, but I guess maybe they played it on themselves because they were just going the whole way.
Okay, now we're into match 2, folks.
Your soul shall be mine.
All right,
Maddie,
match 2,
Warlock.
let's get it going. I see eyeballs.
Warlock versus Paladin, so that is a interesting matchup. Definitely a Zoo Paladin, or Warlock, sorry, with Libram Paladin by the seams of her.
Disappointed we didn't get to see Zoo Paladin versus Libram Warlock. All right, so
that would just mess people up.
Start from Buse here, getting 2 first day of schools in the opening hand and a Libram Wisdom. For Maddie, he's almost there. Any discard your, highest cost card and either discount Flesh Giant or get it out of hand, and he can start, going off. with card draw and flooding the board like Zoo likes to do. Decides to toss the card draw, though.
Do you do both first day of school, or you just wait for the second one?
I would imagine you'd wait for the second one. There's just not much reason to play the second one here, because you got a good enough minion in Sky Raider.
Okay.
If the first two were garbage, you'd probably play the second one.
They were half and half in this case here, so you got 3 cards for the price of 2. So
All right, out comes Crab Rider early.
everybody's favorite Murloc.
Buse, wide range of options here, or my bad, Matty Ebbs, a wide range of options here in his hand. Looking at getting Dark Lair out, but there's not really much else to do with the Dark Lair right now. Was considering maybe a Dark Lair coin Broom, decides to hold back a little bit, just taps again. And Paladin gets to have all the initiative here. I imagine we're going to see this Libra Wisdom get played on the Crab Rider.
Yep.
He just wants to get more damage in, and he's got a Blessing of Wisdom too. That's double card draw.
That's double your pleasure.
Paladin looking great
Holy.
right now. All right, now the Dark Lair comes out. Here's a Soulfire. Gonna discard. Ooh, rough for Matty Ebbs. Discards a Flesh Giant. The coin and a broomstick. Gonna clear up this board.
Saddleless Pride, maybe?
Really nice draw for Buse right off the top. Already had the Crab Rider in hand. Easy enough. Just play Hand of a Doll.
Double tap.
Get this board out of here too.
Yep.
That is a 3-3 Wind Fury Matty Ebbs needs to deal with. Probably just going to see the Matron come down, but it discards the Mosher, which is still just not great for the Warlock.
So after
Warlock
seeing
in a very awkward spot.
Yeah, I was just going to say, after seeing the giant disappear from your hand, it's a good thing for Buse to see, and sad thing for Matty.
Maybe considering a Voidwalker and Broomstick and Wriggling Whore all played together to clear up the minion, but no, just says, I gotta play this 5/5, clear up the minion, bye-bye Mosher.
Don't want to take 6 plus more if he gets another buff card. Yeah. Aldor might be played here to... What's the discount on here? Nothing. Oh, his Libra.
There is a Libram in hand, so Aldor would be able to become a 5/7 on this turn if Buse wanted to do that.
Or do you go wide and make him
Go
choose?
wide. Could also just play the Pride and a Broomstick.
True.
Okay, gets the Leper Gnome out too. Leper Gnome has Rush for what it's worth.
Your favorite dude, Mr. Penflinger.
Penflinger now showing up in Buse's hand. One of the cards he wants to see, but for Matty Ebbs, things are just looking brutal right now, as he just cannot find anything good enough to kind of put himself in a favorable position here.
There we go.
Out comes the True Seeker. Buse gonna go ahead and give this one Rush as well with that Rocket Og Merchant. Clears up another minion, and no way for Matty to deal with this 5/5 directly on board. Does have a card in hand in the Mosher that can buff and trade and gain a little bit of health. There's really no other option. Could play the Canrathot too, though, which discounts this Mosher. A little bit better use of the mana.
And do the +1, the Wriggling Horror. So that's what? 2. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My bad. Not enough mana.
Well, the other option, you could actually go double Wriggling Horror. You kind of lose a little bit of buffs, because it could only buff the Mim first, but was an option.
Devote
Decides
pupil.
he needs the Mosher and the healing instead. I do like this move from Matty Ebbs. But Buse just, a handful of cards, full health, everything kind of going exactly Paladin's way. Decides against Penflingering with that spell in hand. Goes ahead and takes the single card draw and the clear. Out comes Pride and
Ready for
Footman.
action. Job done.
All right, so things looking good for Buse. Matty starting to dig into his deck. He can take a guarantee now of card draw by playing double Wriggling Horror and Soulfire. It still doesn't feel great with this Divine Shield minion up, though.
No, it's pretty big, so it's with no brooms to kind of pop the bubble a little bit to get some damage into that pupil.
He wants the Soulfire to get the draw, and just going to sink this Soulfire into a Divine Shield.
Seems bad, but
Feels rough. See what he draws. Anything impactful? Not really.
wow. Okay.
That's 9 damage on board right now. It's really, really close to lethal. With Buse just sending all this damage here, gets to Libra of Justice and Deckhand, and play the Penflinger again if he wants. I think he'll hold it back, though, to get more charges.
Oh, he's just going straight for it. Does he?
I don't know if there was a lethal there. Maybe like Penflingering your own pupil to get the free Libram, then Penflingering again and buffing the Deckhand.
Right.
I think that might have, but I don't think it matters.
I think it would have been a one-off.
He's going to win this game.
Yeah, I think it would have been still one-off, I think. Trying to think the sequence here. Hold on.
Yeah, just Matty has no chance of a victory here.
Here he goes.
I like it. He found the lethal. Well done by Matty, and we are on to game 2. Buse's Paladin taking the victory over Matty Ebbs' Zoo Warlock. The Warlock is eliminated. We are still, of course, playing Hero Series Hearthstone right now. That Paladin up, and Matty will now be down to choosing between... his Paladin was banned, correct? So Druid and Rogue remain.
Yep. I could see Matty coming out with Rogue right now. Or really, Druid's probably good too if he's got the Gibberling or the Tokenish.
Very much depends on the archetypes, because there are a lot of Druid archetypes that do quite well into Paladin, especially this Broom Paladin. And Aggro Rogue is pretty good against almost everything right now, but it doesn't do great against the class with heals and taunts in the Broom Paladin. If it's Whirl Kick, it is a bit favorable for the Rogue.
And we don't know offhand for the Rogue.
So we will see.
Yeah.
We see a Wand Thief and a Miscreant and a Passage. This looks like Whirl Kick Rogue for Matty Ebbs.
Bruce Lee Rogue.
Nice.
Yeah. Or Chuck Norris Rogue, whatever.
All right, Buse keeping just the Pride here. Matty's still thinking about the Maul, just going to keep a Wand Thief.
I forgot to ask, the core set is not active yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Not for another month, I believe.
Yeah, my stupid brain just kicked in and... What? Of course that's not
Solid
available.
draw for Maddie off the top. Gets the Pharaoh cat, plays the cat. Buse, equally solid draw off the top, and 2 decent minions here.
Yeah, especially with the Spellwing. Spellwing's always good.
Maddie faced with a number of options. Could play it slow and dagger up. Could also try to get the Foxy and the Wand Thief out, or the Cat and the Wand Thief. Has the option of a backstab to deal with the minion or minion trade. Quite a few options, as always, for Rogue. Even this early in the game, a number of different choices that can swing things meaningfully.
Just depends
What's
on
the option?
if he feels that there's some kind of threat coming down the pipe next turn.
Let's see what kind of reborn we get from the cat, and he gets a Grand Mummy.
Ooh.
Alright, the Wand Thief spell's being offered. Not great. You
Brain
could
freeze?
take the Mage spell just to make the Paladin worry about a Spellbender or counter spell. Brain Freeze is a card that's often main decked in Whirl Kick Rogue. Works as a combo to activate the Whirl Kick too, and a very solid choice. Buse still playing on curve. And minions right out there.
Welcome, Brushy Tuna, to the chat 10 minutes from now.
Oh, no.
Just saw that he turned on the prediction who's going to win this match. So we got people joining in 10 minutes from now. So
Nice. We probably should not participate in that because it would be spoilers.
I think we should. We know we can predict the future. Cheatins. Rigged to the extreme.
All right, so Maddie goes board control here, takes the Brain Freeze to clear up the minion. Uh-oh, we've got a disconnect.
We have a disconnect right now. Don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Buse or Maddie Ebbs. But we shall see in a minute. As long as you can still hear me and... Oh.
Looks like they're reconnected again, fortunately.
Okay. That's good.
On to Buse here. Might just want to get this Salet's Pride out now for drawing more things, namely a Broom that can kind of help with tempo on this board. Has a Bear Off to deal with some things. Arcane Missiles isn't even bad, and there is a Flinger in hand too to maybe try to deal with board a little bit.
Yeah, I think I was just going to say Sell Its Pride seems like it the best option for right now. Board's not threatening too much.
Yeah, very minimal damage being represented on board. I like the Salet's Pride play for Buse. Everything just right on curve here. And Maddie gonna on curve minion right back.
Yep.
Lifesteal doesn't really matter when you're at full health, but it is still a 4-2 that comes back as a 4-1. And Buse does in fact draw the broomsticks. One from the Pride, one off the top. And with a built-in 4-mana board clear for anything not reborn minions. Unfortunately for Buse, those are reborn minions on the board, so Barov still cannot fully clear. Can't get close. Would not realistically be something that he would want.
Unless he bear offs and then brooms and then...
Buse looking like he wants to get this Braggart down. It would be a 4-2 on this board. Can buff it slightly with the Libram, or maybe just use one of these brooms now. Okay, looks like it's broom time.
Move quickly.
We're going to take this Blessing of Wisdom here too, so let's see what he can draw off of the Braggart. Hand of Dahl finds more draw. Gets to clear up the threatening minion a little bit.
Yep.
And I don't think there's a world where Matty Ebbs does much other than just slam a J-bar here.
I was going to say, J-bar would be
Maybe
good.
try to charge up the questing a little bit, but
Getting
J-bar
only-
on 5, you just do it.
Yeah, you don't get too much charge out of it. You only get, what, 2 more? Yeah, with the Foxy. You don't get much.
This may be the time that we see a Barov Broom into a dangerous-looking board here. Buse doesn't have to. He knows that it'd probably be pretty likely to pick Harrison off of the J-bar, but there's a lot of stuff to think about. Why think about it? Just slam the Barov. One Barov deserves another.
That's right. And you get
Jandis, hate your
Penflinger.
dad.
Get Penflinger in hand to do some chin checking. There you go. And this clears the board up.
Not quite.
Except for the mummy, right?
Well, actually, fortunately for Buse there, the
Ooh.
buff from the Grand Mummy actually hit the die when it takes any damage minion. Really nicely paid off for Buse there. You see him emote the mistake, but never punished. Can't feel great for Matty Ebbs here now with this board having been cleared, needs to reload. Does have some good options to charge up this questing though. I'll lead off with this Wand Thief.
Ice Barrier.
Wand Thief offers some pretty underwhelming options
Yep.
right now. Ring Toss is the best of bad choices. We see
Backstab.
Backstab. We'll probably see this Foxy come down too, just to make this questing a little bit bigger. Decides against it. Says 4/4 is enough.
Oh, there's the attendant.
All right. Sludge Slurper for Buse finds a Spell
first day of
Lackey.
school.
Spell Lackey, also pretty good options. I mean,
Yeah, I was just
say,
thinking.
Snack Run is also fairly decent because you can discover a spell and you might be able to find a really good one. It also acts to heal you, but certainly have no issue with just taking that first day. Just more juice for the Penflinger as well. And this is looking like a very easy clear of this questing adventurer for Buse.
Yeah, I was just going to say Penflinger, and then missiles. Penflinger again.
Spell Wings missiles.
Oop, doesn't need the
and
Penflinger anymore. Throw the
Easy.
attendant or the Reliquary Souls. Would you put Souls out there instead of the older attendant? I was going to do it anyway. Okay.
Interesting. I am a bit surprised Buse used the coin there, but I guess being overloaded knew that there wasn't a way to coin Lever of Hope anyway on the next turn, so didn't feel like he necessarily needed to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
May have been the reasoning. Okay, out comes Foxy and Secret Passage. Kind of banks a little bit of a discount before the draw. And completely bricks.
I was going to say.
Passage.
I was going to say you can't even upgrade the Nitro Boost. So
I mean, you could value trade the Wand Thief into the 1/1, and then you could step it, and then you could play it in order to get the Whirl Kick back in hand. You also might just step the Whirl Kick and say, you know what, fine. I'll just try to go off with combo stuff later, but he has no hand.
yeah,
Okay, looks like he wants to take a different value trade using that Nitro Boost. Out comes the step. Out comes Wand Thief again. Can also prep something out potentially. Okay, clearing up as much as possible, punching down this 1/1. All in all, pretty underwhelming secret passage for Matty Ebbs, and has a hand that is doing next to nothing.
Yeah, hanging
He
out.
knows he just needs to clear up the whirl kick, but really can clear up the entire board. Bit surprised to see this line over something like a Crab Ride or Hand of a Doll, but just wants to get all these pings in here as much as possible. Okay.
There's that.
Clearing up a little bit. Ring toss. Let's see what rogue spell we get.
Shenanigans.
Dirty Tricks has to be the pick.
No shenanigans. Do it.
Shenanigans would be the funny pick.
Yeah.
But Dirty Tricks is honestly the only one that
The
makes sense
best,
at
yes.
this point, being so low on cards.
The most sensible would
For
be
Matty.
Dirty Tricks, yes. Oh, yes, that would definitely be funny. So what would ruin... What did he pick? Dirty
He
Tricks.
did pick the Dirty Tricks. And now out comes the Miscreant. Not bad as far as lackeys go. It could have been a full brick again with, like, you know, taunts or double witchies or rushes or something, but these are value generators, and that is absolutely what Matty needs at this stage.
Yep, and then a great pickup there with the Blackwing, so... On curve.
Buse had the option to play the Libra of Hope, but this card off the top, very strong here, and also test for some secrets while not just giving your opponent a Libra of Hope, potentially, if this was a plagiarize. Does not know yet what the secret is, just that it is not ambush. Now knows it's not bamboozle. Plays out that pride and finds out it's not plagiarize either.
Yep.
I think Buse can say with pretty good confidence
Ooh.
that this is a Dirty Tricks up. Matty just getting this big dragon down, takes a clear on, you know, one of two good targets. If it had hit the pride, he would have been probably pretty sad.
Oh, there's the pen flinger. Oh, Bragger to be good to...
More pen flingers for Buse.
I'd say
This
Bragger.
Braggart can be a 9-6. Or a 9-8 if you wanted to play a Libra of Hope, but then you wouldn't deal with the dragon, and that wouldn't be a great plan.
Nope. Do you probably double up on the crab? No. There it is. 1, 2,
Well, I'm a
3.
bit surprised by the ordering there from Buse, deciding that he did in fact want to go with the Libra of Hope, and missing a little bit of health on the Braggart, but it probably won't be too significant here. Takes the trade on the big dragon, pushes a little bit of face damage, and that is a 10-7 that Matty has to deal with. Gonna look for combo to deal with it over the spell lackey first. Let's see what gets generated here.
Ooh, freeze is
Maybe
good.
hoping for a coerce. Brain freeze. You'll take it.
If it's going to give me it, I'm going to take it. So,
This guy's toast.
All right, use the SI to clear.
Ooh,
up the
look at
taunt.
that.
Gets another brain freeze.
Wow.
Now able to kill this 10-4 if he wanted to.
do it.
You don't necessarily need to.
Yeah, it's
but
just
you
something you don't have to worry about
generating more
later.
Combo cards.
Yeah.
Lastly, outcome.
Coerce.
There's a coerce. That's pretty funny. If he had led spell lackey, could have had a much easier time dealing with this minion.
Mhm.
Instead afforded the option to just take something totally different, going with a plagiarize, and leaves the minion up as a 10-1. I do like this to shut down penflingers from shooting you in the face more with the Libram getting
Right.
popped.
Right.
And Buse's hand is doing a whole lot of nothing now. Things have all of a sudden flipped very much in Matty Ebb's favor on the back of that big whirl kick turn.
We could pen flinger the 10-1 and then get a buff out of it.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that.
Sure you do.
Well,
Just test the waters.
maybe Buse does want to.
No. Not even close.
If he's throwing out both penflingers, he's probably killing his own 10-1 here to get them back in hand. I wouldn't expect Buse would want to just throw both Penflingers out on the board and let them die.
I wonder.
Nope, didn't let it die. So interesting.
All right, so throws one Penflinger to the wolves,
Yep.
but crucially not the golden one. Well reasoned, Buse. I like it. We always save the golden one.
Yep.
Think.
The more pretty one.
All right, Maddie can backstab to activate combos to lead off the turn. Takes out that Penflinger. Here comes the Miscreant. What are we going to see from the lackeys?
We have a Donde
They're okay.
lackey and a.
Yep, it's the Donde lackey showing up again.
Yep. So we could probably see that coming down on the 1/4, possibly.
All right. Maddie decides now is the time to kill that 10-1. Trades the Wand Thief in. Looks like he just wants to go maybe head crack Edwin. Push 2 damage, get a bigger Eddie on the board. You don't really need to head crack. You could go with some cheaper stuff for a bigger Eddie, but decides it's not necessary. Let's get some damage in.
Yep.
Eddie's an 8/8, good enough. Get the head crack back.
And here comes.
And right off the top, it's the answer. No matter how big Eddie got, it wouldn't have mattered.
Nope.
Libram of Wreck Yo Board.
Coined by Ron Mexico.
Alright, Penflinger number 2.
Crab.
Libram Wisdom number 2 for the Penflinger.
Yep.
It's available. Buse misses a one face. Probably won't be all that relevant, but important as a paladin to try to squeeze in that chip damage when you can get it. Holds back on the weapon swing as well.
So Libram of
Maddie's
Wisdom.
Buse is almost completely out of resources. Maddie's got a handful of cards,
Mhm.
but he's thinking about Secret Passage here. Most of the hand isn't really doing much. The option other than Secret Passage would probably be leading with something cheap and going with Swindle and hoping you can find something to play. So Passage seems pretty decent here in this spot.
Gonna say plagiarize. Plagiarize would be okay too, just to there you go, get out of hand. But you'd almost want to use that when they plan on using the Libram of Wisdom, let's say, right?
But he knows that there's Penflinger in
Right.
the hand for Buse. So if Penflinger gets played, Maddie gets a Penflinger. Maybe he wants a Penflinger.
Yep.
All right, and this Secret Passage was quite a bit better than the last one that Maddie got to play, because this does enable a full board clear and charging up this questing to a 6/6. He knows exactly what Buse's hand is. It's Penflinger, Libram, Wisdom. So there are no answers for this questing adventurer that gets unmanageably
Whoa.
large and
Whoa, whoa,
solos the
whoa.
game
Yep.
if Buse does not have an answer very, very soon. You know what looks good here? Plagiarize.
That's right. Big
Buse may
brain.
choose to try to play around it, but playing around it also means, you leave a 6/6 there on that board to hit you in the face. Yep, there goes Penflinger again, sending more damage. He's also going to play this Libram Wisdom. Entire hand gets played. Was a nice top deck for Buse, but at the same time, oh, I'm seeing Maddie with the emote. Thank you for the Libram of Hope.
Yeah. Buse just filling in the blanks and.
Oh, wow. And Maddie just top decked a prize plunderer that is massive for being able to possibly deal with this Guardian. I don't know how many cards he can realistically play this turn. Probably needs that Swindle to come out.
Coerce is going to come down at some point, I would think. Or did it already come down? Am I seeing something? No. Okay, I'm seeing something.
But this is a lot of pen flingers right now.
It is.
Yeah, I think that's for the Plunderer. I don't know if he's done the math on it. Are we not seeing Plunderer here? No Plunderer. Maddie just says, I'm going to tank this damage with my questing. It's got enough health as it is already.
What you
I
got?
don't need to send damage now. I'll send damage later.
That's right. What you got right now?
All right, things look really bad for Buse. There's just no way to deal with this questing. The questing's going to get you.
Study session. Reporting for duty.
Ooh. Pen flinger to bust the bubble.
All right, so Matty Ebbs has become the Libram Paladin, kind of, with all of these pen flingers just going nuts. Sends more damage. I think he could probably play enough cards to close this game out right now with the Prize Plunderer clearing the 5/5. He just keeps sending damage face, charging up the questing.
The 5 favorite words. Is it 5? Hey, loser. No. So, 2 favorite words of Ron Mexico and Brushy Tuna. Hey, loser. Wasn't me.
Just hey loser in his way to the victory here.
Yep.
Nicely done by Matty Ebbs.
Yep.
Takes it home. 23-14 taunt death rattle questing adventurer. That Edwin Jr. got way bigger than most Edwins I've seen, and he carried that game as Whirl Kick Rogue for Matty Ebbs takes game 2. We are tied up 1-1.
Yeah.
As always, Hero Series means the Rogue for Matty Ebbs will stay up.
That's right.
Buse is now down to his Demon Hunter and Warrior to try to answer this Rogue. I expect we'll see Warrior
Yeah, I
incoming.
was just about to say. So we'll see if it's going to be the Enraged type, or what have you seen recently that handles Rogue properly?
I mean, Skipper Armorsmith handles
There you
Rogue.
ETC type?
So kind of any Warrior is fine for the most part, but specifically Enraged Warrior would have the most favorable matchup into the Whirl Kick Rogue, and also does the best into Stealth Rogue. So I'd imagine that would be what Buse and his teammates most likely prepped for the Warrior. There is a possibility that he goes Demon Hunter, if it's maybe like a combo Demon Hunter, which has a lot of answers for Rogue stuff, or, you know, alternatively just deals with the board and stalls and draws and crazy one-turn kill win con and just wins that way.
Yep.
So either option is reasonable for Buse depending on archetypes.
So it could be like I don't know what I called it last week with Justin Times. I think I called it the ABC Warrior, which basically got every version. It's got a little bit of Enrage, a little bit of the ETC, and then a little bit of the Skipper floating in there. So I don't know if you were on that stream when we were doing it when he was playing. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Spicy Warrior. I think that's what the other word was for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always room for spice in a closed list form, actually. So anything outside of, the top meta stuff is always welcomed.
Yeah. Oh, Brushy there you go. You answered okay. So Brushy giving us some words of encouragement in our Thursday Throwdown group.
Naturally.
Yep. Oh, the memes. All right, Buse, after mulling it over, figuring out what he needs to do. Oh, interesting.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
They're on turn 2 already. That's...
Wow.
something.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was waiting
Yeah, me too.
to spec this whole time, and all of a sudden,
So
it's
it's magic.
game 3, turn 2. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's definitely warrior.
You did in fact go warrior. This looks like Enrage with these Sky Raiders up on the board.
Quite the interesting night here, folks, with Hearthstone. So. Yeah, it's still puzzling me why it jumped right into turn 2. Anyway, the show still goes on.
Indeed.
A little bit of choices here for Maddie.
Just gonna backstab, clear stuff up a little bit. Buse almost at the good turn with the Sword Eater and a Henge Clan Burglar, both solid. And just gonna jam some more pirates on this board.
Yep. Not a lot of action going on in Whirl Kick. I don't know if that's a good turn to throw it down right now.
Maddie has a decent option here with the Whirl Kick top deck. Could go Whirl Kick Prep Swindle maybe to lead off and try to generate more. Really don't have a whole lot of mana to work with. Not under a whole lot of pressure. Could also choose maybe like a Foxy and Swindle. Could just lead Prep Swindle as well.
Yeah, I think I'd lead on that instead of throwing the Whirl Kick out there just to get possibly massacred on the next turn. So.
When you play a match like this too, usually as the rogue, you know that whenever the Whirl Kick comes down, it dies. So you want to try to get as much value out of it as you can and not just a single card.
Right.
So Madiab's choosing to hold back and play it slow, which also a lot of times plays into the Warrior's hands because Warrior wants to jam minions on the board, get their weapons and start swinging away at the face. So here comes the Whirl Kick. Maddie's saying, I've got just enough mana now, and the board's just scary enough that I need to do something about it. See what we can generate. That's an Edwin. Not really all that useful right now.
Big Wand Thief coming out. Or, yeah.
I do like Wand Thief here.
Cheaper, yep. Well, we got Vaporize, Isocles. So it's still in there, Isocles. Then we got...
Options pretty underwhelming right now. Looks like Icicle is, or Isocle is maybe
the singular
one for
the
Maddie.
singular version, yes. Isocle instead of Isocles. So...
Okay, can also choose to coin out the Foxy with the Swindle here. Get a little bit more draw, generate a little bit more. Still has a chance of another 0 mana spell pickup to maybe do more things on this turn. Does not find it.
Nope.
Handful of cards, though.
8 cards for Maddie, so 6 cards for Buse.
On Buse's side, you can see with the Skipper in hand and the Armorsmith pickup, he does have the option to draw quite a bit if he wants to go with that plan here.
Henge Clan? No, okay, Hammer. There we go.
Yeah, so Buse just going for the draw. I do like this move. Draw 4 seems solid.
Ooh. Good for next turn if it doesn't.
The only problem is that Whirl Kick is still alive, so you gotta send the weapon. You don't love sending 3 damage into a 1/1 as the Warrior, but the Warrior's in pretty good shape here and needed to get that weapon swing to get the other weapon online.
Yeah.
I think Warrior can live with it.
And we've been seeing a lot of Reaper Scythe a lot lately, so.
Okay, Maddie leading with Foxy Miscreant. Lackey's any good? They're okay. Definitely helps deal with the board a little bit right now. Now, priorities. Which one do you clear? Usually the skipper's the one that has to get taken out first. You can't worry too much about the armor when your opponent's already has so much armor that they've gained.
Do you Bloodsworn? The armor smith right now?
Well, if you did that, you wouldn't really be able to do much else with your
Well, that's what I was
turn.
going to say. Yeah, it's...
This might be the moment where Buse, and also you may need to hold the Bloodsworn for Kor'kron Elite that you hope to draw. You know, Rogue's already at 17 health, and Buse is sitting here at a pretty healthy 35. So I like equipping the weapon here. Does use up the cleave ability right now.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think you necessarily want to cleave. Just because you can push so much damage, but Buse disagrees and says just get the board as minimal as possible.
There's Isaac Lee.
There it is. Out comes a Nitro boost.
6 damage hitting the...
This shoot like you just got boosted.
It did.
Alright, sends 3, sends another 3 with the weapon. For the first time all game, Buse now has actually taken damage. More interesting options being presented. Sees the line he wants pretty quickly. Get the weapon online again. Clear up the minion. Develop a high health damaged minion. And he's pretty nicely lined up to try to close this game out shortly with the Nitro boost corrupted in hand.
Yeah, Bloodsworn, Nitro boost. Or sorry, Nitro boost, and Bloodsworn.
On Mighty Eb's side, things are looking a little dangerous right now.
Betrayal's okay. Oh, freeze is better.
Health at 13, takes a brain freeze, try to help deal with the minion. Looks like we're not playing J-Bar. Maybe this is an Edwin turn? Could just prep a Nitro boost and say I don't care about buffing the weapon, I can buff the mission.
Oh, going for Edwin.
Gonna hold those 2 cards back as well. So Eddie would be an 8/8. Matty likes his 8/8s.
They're tough to bring down, man. 8/8s are tough to bring down.
Oh, okay. He has reconsidered and is gonna beef up this minion a little bit more. Damage the War Maul slightly more than it had been, and now Eddie's a 12/12. Take
Ooh.
that. Oh wow.
Is that over?
Is lethal?
So
I mean, Buse could have just, bear off Skipper cleared. But yeah, instead, you just top deck the Kor'kron and win the game. We like winning the game.
winning the game means that you like win the game. So take that,
Kills
folks.
him with 6 damage left that he could have sent face as well. That was just a lot of damage Enraged Warrior picked up right there. Buse taking the win in game 3 now, up 2-1 in the series and getting that Warrior to knock out the Rogue.
Yep. So now it's up to Matty Ebbs' Druid to handle business for the rest of the evening. So just remember, folks, when you win, you win. Easy to remember.
Well said. All right, we're jumping right into it. It's Druid versus Warrior. What Druid do we see Matty Ebbs bringing? I see a Moonfang.
Ooh.
It's all Guardian Druid tonight, Saku.
I like it. I like Guardian
Matty
Druid.
must not have gotten the memo. You're supposed to lead Guardian Druid and just sweep in 20 minutes.
Right. Okay. So if Matty would have seen the stream before, he would have easily been well prepared. So
Clearly.
yeah. Well, we'll have to, if he wins tonight by sweeping Buse after this, then we can give him the pro tip afterwards. So
All right. Crucially, though, Matty Ebbs, no ramp in the opening hand.
So the this type of druid does not have the clowns in it, right? This is not the clown version. It's usually replaced with the Ysera and
It's possible he could be running clowns too.
gotcha.
I don't know. It's closed list, so anything can happen.
Yes.
I would say, I mean, based on what we saw from Turtle and what this list looks like so far, there's
Probably not clowns.
oh hey, nature studies can give you a guardian animals.
I like it.
That's an interesting one. You could also take the Nourish because it's a little bit cheaper and you can use it for ramp in lieu of other ramp that Maddie hasn't found yet.
Yeah.
Even Hidden Oasis is not bad as emergency heal or a taunt, both of which are pretty important against Enrage Warrior.
I was just going to say, probably from 1 to 3 would be Nourish first, Hidden Oasis, and Super Desperate Guardian Animals. So, Ops.
All right.
Ops
Go
for the
with that
Nourish. Yep. Can't ramp if you don't have ramp.
Buse, he's on the curve warrior plan here. We missed our Sky Raider just barely on turn 1, I guess, as the only other play that he would have ideally wanted to make on turn 1, but gets the draw right into the anchor, buffs the durability on the anchor, gets to start drawing some pirates. Maddie waiting on the ramp with the Nourish, and Buse can just keep drawing. My deck tracker is very confused right now. It is wondering why Buse hasn't drawn any of his Glowfly Swarms or Arbs yet. It thinks it's a Druid mirror.
Wrong.
All right, Buse just throwing out this Armor Smith now.
Ooh, here we go. So, Nourish comes down on 5. Definitely pick the 2 mana, and then...
Yep, always taking the ramp. Now he has enough to play the Guardian Animals on the next turn that he just drew. Or even innervate out the Ysera. Both options good.
Yeah, I think I'd pick the Guardian Animals right off the hop since it's on curve. There's nothing... If anything, it busts out the Lord Barov to try and calm down.
And Buse is holding a lot of combo damage pieces right now. 2 Korkrons, got a Shield of Honor and a Bloodsworn Merc. Really just needs the Inner Rage to have a whole lot of damage from just those cards together. Taking it slow though. Just minimal pressure right now. Not choosing to throw out any Korkrons or anything else, and out comes Guardian Animals. It's double cleave. Easy, wreck the board.
So, does a Barov come out, or are you going to do the Reaper's Scythe?
It is somewhat poetic to cleave the cleavers with the Reaper's Scythe, but you don't have, well, there's the Nitro boost. But on the other hand, you have a taunt that blocks a full cleave.
Yep.
Yeah, Buse just looks like he wants to get rid of everything on this board. The 6/6 made it enticing enough. Barov says, get out of here.
What you talking about? What board are you talking about?
What board? What you talking about? Alright, this should draw a Sword Eater. And
Ysera.
Buse, very healthy life total, cleared the opponent's board. But now Maddie able to drop a Ysera. Can also play this other 0 mana strongman that he held back.
My dream is your nightmare.
You've seen one of the main ways that Warrior has to deal with your board, but choosing not to play the 6/6 just yet. Maybe wants to pair it with the broomstick as well, just to rush and clear up something threatening on Buse's side of the board. Buse is getting really, really close to this damage burst. Still does not have a reliable way to damage his own Koron just yet to copy it.
Right.
I mean, you could do it with Skipper, but it's a lot harder because Skipper keeps damaging things with more minions being played, and you don't have the mana to do it all right now.
Unlike your opponent across the board from you.
Oh yeah, Druid laughs your mana dilemma. Says, wait, you don't have 10 mana yet? Imagine not having 10 mana. All right, now
Big
comes
strong
the
man.
strong man.
Broom may come down.
Maybe this is the
Yep.
broom turn.
Yep.
Interesting, we're not seeing anything else maybe paired with this broom. I guess it's an overflow plan then.
I would think so. Yep.
Take some damage and then heal up. Has the
Ooh.
amusing side effect of also canceling out an extra draw on Buse's Battle Rage by healing the full. And whoa, here comes the dragons. Those are really good dragons.
Some awesome dragons kicking out. So
Warrior would love to have Barov right now, but kinda already used it.
do you bring out? I was going to say, do you bring out the defender at all or no? Make it more difficult?
I mean, at this point, Warrior's kind of just lost the game.
No. With a big 12-12 and a 7 on the board, yeah, you're 29 on board. It's an uphill climb, that is for sure.
Drink your blood. Eat your flesh.
All right, Brute, so Nitro.
No
Thought maybe
nitro.
We would have been seeing a Skipper or something paired with the Brute. No Nitro either, just Brute in a trade. Okay, and Maddie right off the top, another Dragon Portal.
Ooh.
It's a Rusher too,
Wow, he's getting some.
and another one.
A simple spell
Maddie's on fire with these Dragon Portals.
So what you get? You get 10 cards right now in hand. Just got to get rid of something.
Maddie over here didn't even top deck a Survival of the Fittest for the lethal. Unlucky. What can you do?
Here's the defender.
I guess you'll just set him to 8, you know. Gain 1 armor, play a taunt, clear his board, you know, all that good stuff.
Huh? I don't understand what you're trying to say, dude.
I'll show you who
Alright, and I mean, I wasn't looking at a lethal here. Is there?
I
No way
didn't
there's actually a lethal.
don't see it right away. So we got 14 on board now.
Buse went so quick with this play. I was like, hold up, did I miss something? But
Ooh.
just clears up a little bit.
Here's
there's
a
very
slight
clearly
buff.
lethal on board. There's the top deck Survival of the Fittest. Maddie stylishly well over lethal's Buse. And here it is, Saku. We're headed to the best words in all of Hearthstone.
Game 5. That hurt my
Nice.
throat. Yeah.
That was well done. All right, so here it is. Guardian Druid, clearly just too OP. Hasn't lost a game on stream tonight. Matty Ebbs with the overwhelmingly powerful Guardian Druid heading into the final match against Buse's Demon Hunter. And this is going to be a Soul Demon Hunter for Buse.
Ooh.
This does not look good for Buse. Guardian Druid generally is fairly favorable in this matchup.
So your favorite deck, class, and shouldn't say class. I should say archetype that you like to use. What else?
True, I do love me some Soul Demon Hunter, but it does not line up well into lots of Druids.
And
Those Mystics would be great if you were facing a Token Druid, but Buse is not.
nope.
Job's done.
And we see Maddie is holding Ramp.
A little
or
bit,
ramp.
a touch of ramp. Yep. So
And then Mass.
Ooh, do you go for Hidden Oasis or Bees? Savagery doesn't work.
Both of them are actually really good, especially against Demon Hunter. He doesn't know what Demon Hunter archetype he's up against yet. Thinking possibly could be facing an aggro DH,
Yep.
and maybe Bees is just slightly better for dealing with that kind of early game. The more conservative pick. All right, Maddie does not find a dragon off the top for this Breath of Dreams to ramp, so just going to take it a little bit slow to have the Nature Studies discount active for the Overgrowth to ramp on turn 3. Buse finally able to get a minion on board for value with this card draw off the Mana Feeder.
It's going to be Coin.
This would just be Overgrowth here on this turn.
Oh, right. Sorry. Forgot that was discounted for some stupid reason. You can fire me, Ron. You can. You're allowed.
Never.
You're allowed to.
What would I do without you?
Probably manage the stream by yourself pretty effectively.
No. Perish the thought. Have you seen me try to op these streams?
Yeah. It's good, dude. Just chop it up into little pieces and we're good. So.
Hey. All right. So Buse going with the Wand Maker here, gets a double jump, wants to hold that. We don't know exactly how many Outcast cards are being run in Buse's deck. We can say with pretty good confidence he runs a Skull, so might be wanting to hold that double jump for turn 7. In the meantime, Maddie now with a dragon in hand. That's more ramp.
Some ramp on top of ramp. The next turn, that GA coming down, it's gonna start the tempo.
Could honestly Guardian Animals now if he wanted to. With a coin.
Oh right, coin. Right.
GA. But just goes Bees, clears up this minion here on board.
Only one
horrible draw for Buse here. Anytime you draw Militia before turn 7 and definitely before any Soul Frags are in your deck, it is not good. Things look really rough for Buse right about now.
The 8 mana card will come down at this point. Unless he wants to go survival of the fittest right now, but that would be...
you're actually under like no threat right now.
So yeah, that might be a better idea, eh?
You could bloom and survival and just say it's fine. You have 4 power that you can send, from board and weapon right now. And then he can coin out the Guardian Animals on the next turn. Looks like that's what he wants to do. It's just so tempting here. Because now these Guardian Animals, as soon as they get pulled, are going to be massive.
Thick.
And this also makes the Dreaming Drake in hand a 9/10 3-mana taunt.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So what's Buse's attack plan from going forward, knowing that he's seen the big survival of the fittest kick out? Big board, go.
Yeah, this is about all Buse can do here. Just get the big 6/6 and hope, but we're going to see coin Guardian Animals from Matty Ebbs, and also picking up this strongman off the top is just, it's such a disaster for Buse. The positioning here too enabled that cleaver to completely wreck things without even taking much of any damage at all, and just like that, turn 7 for Buse. Sorry, buddy, game over.
Shh. Hold on.
And double jump.
Hold on.
Skull, sure.
Hold on. Hold my beer.
You can try to find something that maybe gets somewhere close to dealing with it. That card is super important, that Blade Dance, to try to deal with some things, but it's just not enough. Not even close.
So Blade Dance would only chip away at that Moonfang once, right? No matter the size of the blade.
Yes. So Moonfang takes a small hit, and Buse does all he can here. This does almost clear the cleaver, but it can't even clear the cleaver. Maddie might want to lead with the nature studies to look for lethal. Says, nope, I won anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Here, have some healing too before I hit you for a bunch. And plays the smaller Dreaming Drake, I guess just to style on him. I don't know why you would play the 9-10 over the 7-8, but sure,
Yeah.
style on him. This game ended
20 minutes ago. There you go. Buse is always
He's
such a...
gonna find the lethal.
Yep.
Well played.
And there it is, nicely done by Matty Ebbs. Yeah, we'll have to tell him if he can join us in the interview that this was the move. Bring guardian animals, lead with guardian animals, and just get a sweep. But decided to not play it first and take 2 losses until he finally queued it up last. And guardian animals 6-0 on stream tonight.
100% win rate. Check that out.
Insane.
Check that out, folks. 100% win rate. That's 5 games, right? Or 6? Was it 6? 3
Let's
with...
see if Maddie can join us for an interview.
Yeah, just he just needs a minute to have a bio break, and he'll be right with us.
Nice.
So I guess this will give us the opportunity to kind of update our viewers out there with the matches coming up on tomorrow night and the rest of the week. So I just got to find the spreadsheet. So tomorrow night we have, for Friday Night Fights, we have Jester versus Jimbo at 8 p.m. Legacy Series match, so it should be a really good match. Then we have a Pro Series match with Ariana and Unlimited Power. Sorry, I don't have the teams listed. It's just a spreadsheet that we had going on, so I apologize for that. Nothing right now for Saturday afternoon for Schoolstone, so if anybody's interested, just message LK or Lotus Knight. Salty Saturday has 2 matches as well through Hero Series. 9 p.m. We have Your Mum Kid versus Boozosaurus. Then we have Desharmo and Mr. Python at 10 p.m. on Saturday evening. Sunday Schoolstone is bringing you 2 matches, I think, from... Oh, they're both from Legacy. Sorry, one's from Legacy, which is Nails and Always versus Always Just in Time at 12 p.m. Or noontime. Then we have Ridiculous Hat versus Nails there for Pro Series. So that should be a very exciting match to watch with both players are really fast as far as I understand at playing. So we know our Hat likes to be speedy, go zoom. So. And then finally Sunday Showdown with Dollar Bills and Myanodon. We have JR Juggerlaw versus Draco Cat. That's a Hero Series match at 8 p.m. And then Marty B versus Goose, which is a Legacy match at 9 p.m. So we have a few openings. Saturday, it just looks like Saturday Schoolstone just needs some matches. If anybody's interested in jumping in, please notify Lotus.
Nice.
So, Maddie, I think, is ready. So I will add him to our group here. There we go. Here he comes. Eventually. Hey, Maddie.
Hey, Maddie, congrats.
Thanks, man.
That was a thriller of a series.
Oh my god.
So
I
you
heard
don't know
you said-
this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
this,
go ahead.
but-
You may not know this already, but Guardian Animal full swept tonight. It went 6-0 on stream. That deck was doing some nasty things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flexing all the time, dude.
But yeah, the the games were pretty interesting. I loved how you became the. Actually, it didn't go 6-0. That's right. It went 5-0.
5-0.
I
Yep.
forgot that you won one with Rogue.
Yeah, I went the insane one with Rogue, right?
The Rogue one, that was pretty spicy. You basically became your own version of like Penflinger Paladin right at the end there. That was fun to watch with the plagiarize.
Yeah, I needed him to bite. I was wondering he had no cards left except for a Pinflinger or whatever. Because
Yeah.
I think I was drawn pretty dead before that happened.
That was a very interesting match where there were lots of ups and downs, and at different moments it looked like either you had pretty strong control over the momentum of the game, but you took that questing adventure and really flipped it heavily to your favor.
Mhm.
It's like a 23 attack taunt death rattle questing at the end when you killed him. Those are some of the most stylish lethals I've seen. That was pretty fun. You took the top decked survival of the fittest on your turn where you already had well over lethal and ripped it on the
I did it
kill in
quick.
turn game 4. That was fun.
I didn't hold for 30 seconds.
yeah, I liked it. And then game 5, of course, just oh my god, it was an absolute massacre. I thought maybe you were gonna look for lethal on your turn before the final turn instead of going overflow. But then we just kind of commented on you're basically just styling on him at that point. You're like, here, have some healing too before I just smack you in the face for a punch. There was zero chance. I love that you saw that line with the ramp up, play the survival, and then coin Guardian, and that was just going to win you the game for sure.
Right. You go the other way, you might not have a board. You might be fucked.
Yep.
Yeah. So very nicely done, and congrats on the victory. Anything about those matches in particular that jumped out to you that you wanted to talk about?
I usually don't get nerves, but that first game, I was playing like shit. I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. And people are going to be watching this, and I'm going to hear about it from my teammates.
Oh yeah. The warlock itself. I mean, you had some, the first, I guess, discarded your giant, and that just kind of set the tone for how that game was going to go.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's,
In fairness, like the paladin had a really good opener,
Yeah.
and your warlock was drawn bricks.
yeah.
There were some clunky turns here and there, but overall, it didn't look like a game that was all that winnable for you. But then you swung it back pretty nicely into your favor and took it down for 18
Yeah, it's big.
lead right now for the boys from Always Top Deck Lethal. Or are you Advanced Tactical Lackeys? Advanced Tactical Lackeys, that's right.
ATL for sure.
The other
We
one's
know
like-
that for sure.
We're duo, so right, exactly. Got to play another playoff match on Saturday. So
Oh wow. Yep. So
Nice.
you're full. Well, I can't think of the word right now. Anyway, full up on the
ATL
playoff.
doing well.
Exactly. So, any final words there, Maddie, before we?
Yeah, shout outs you want to give?
shout outs to the team. Blue scrimmaged with me beforehand. That was huge. And thanks guys for casting. I can't wait to watch it later.
Problem.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, like-
absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining, and congrats again to your team. Best of luck to you and the rest going forward. Maybe we'll catch you again on stream soon.
Hopefully. Thanks, fellas.
Take care, buddy.
Take it easy.
Great guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nicely done. You love to see the game 5s.
Mhm.
We got a real quick one in the first with Avi and Turtle just going like 25 minutes total, maybe tops.
Yeah, I was going to double check what HSR said because I think I had it on during their match here. Just give me a sec.
Yeah. But regardless, just like super quick.
Yeah.
And then this
Yeah.
one was a thriller that came down to the wire. Although, I mean, once we saw Guardian Animals Druid come out, we already knew, didn't we, Saku? We're
Yeah.
like, well, Maddie's gonna win this one.
Yeah, it was already
GA Druid too strong right now.
GA what? Yeah, game over. So, there's a little bit of anybody that's subbing in. Tonight's the last night for subs to submit it. So get your Guardian Animal Druids in there real quick.
That's right.
You'll
There you
win.
go.
You'll win 3 games easy. Doesn't matter the sequence. Anyway, any final words for yourself for tonight, Ron? Before we head off into the internet abyss.
Just happy to be a part of some exciting playoff matches as always. Had a blast watching these games on stream and chilling with you, Saku. And
Yeah, man.
thanks everybody for tuning out. Hope you had a good time, and keep the channel locked for THL coming up for the next few days. We're going to have lots more playoff action in Hero and Legacy, and some playoff races in Wild and Pro. We got all the fun, Hearthstone stuff coming up very soon.
Yep. So stay tuned. Friday Night Fights coming at you tomorrow night with Cord and Dr. Fish. So wish everybody a safe night, and take care of each other out there. Have a great night.
Yep. Take care, everybody.